What we are given here is triangle ABC with angle A to be given to be 20 degrees. Angle C is 80 degrees. As shown in the figure, segment AE is congruent to segment BC, and we want to find the measure of angle BEC. This is the angle that we would like to find. And here are the options. Now, based on the options right away, we can eliminate letter A. That angle cannot be 20, because if this is 20 degrees, this angle cannot be equal to this 20 degrees. Now, let's recall that when we are given a triangle, the sum of the three interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. And knowing that this is 20, this is 80, we can easily find the measure of angle ABC, this angle. So angle ABC is equal to 180, which is the sum of the angles of a triangle, minus this 80 degrees, minus this 20. So this angle here must be 80 degrees. Since this base angle and this base angle are both 80 degrees, then we conclude that triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle with these two sides congruent. So let's mark them congruent. Next, let's draw an equilateral triangle like this. Let's mark the congruent sides. And let's call this point as point F. Since we have an equilateral triangle, that means the measure of these angles must be 60 degrees each. And since this is already 20, then this angle here must be 60 minus 20 equals 40. The angle here must be 60. And since this angle here must be 60, and it is given that this angle is 80, then this small angle here must be 80 minus 60, which is 20 degrees. Next, let's connect points C and F to create segment CF. Then let's consider this triangle AFC. Triangle AFC. Notice that you have this side congruent to this side of triangle AFC. That means our triangle is isosceles, and knowing that this is 40, we will be able to find the measure of this angle here by just subtracting this 40 from 180 and divide it by 2, because the other half would be in this part. So 180 minus 40 is 140 divided by 2 is 70. So that means this angle here must be 70 degrees, and this angle here is 70, so this small angle must be 10 degrees. So that means this angle here must be the sum of 70 and 80, so this angle measures 150 degrees. And this is the key now to solving our problem, because notice that this triangle and that triangle can be proven congruent. How? We know that this side here with this mark is congruent to this side with this mark. So this side congruent to this side. Also, this side here is congruent to this side here. And this angle is 20. This angle here is also 20. So we have a case of a side angle side congruent to the side angle side of another triangle. And so the two triangles are congruent. And by CPCTC, the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are also congruent. And so if this is 150, this angle here must also be 150 degrees. And by knowing that this is 150, then we already know what's the measure of this missing angle, because you have here a linear pair. And so we can find this missing angle by just subtracting 150, this angle, from 180 degrees to get 30 degrees. And so our answer to this problem is 30 degrees. So that is letter B.